In this video, I'll be showing you how to model this particular feature in Revit Architecture. Using the method I want to show you now, it will help you to model a lot of interesting features in your building elevation. Without wasting your time, let's get into it. I am going to delete this one now and remodel it so that you can see how I am going to model it. I am going to go to the approach view because that particular feature is on the approach view. I will go to project browser, double click on the approach view, and here I am in the approach view. I am going to go to architecture tab. I will click on components. There is a drop down. Then I'll click on model in place. Then I'm going to select casework. I'll click OK. The name is bearing, doesn't matter. But if you want to give it a name, that is fine. On this place, I'm going to select extrusion. Then here, I'm going to pick my work plane. I will simply click OK. And at this point, I need to select the plane I am going to work on. The plane meaning that where you are going to be doing your sketch. For you to draw something, you need a platform that you are going to be drawing. Let's look at it like your drawing board, your whiteboard. You need a plane whereby you are going to be writing something. In Revit, most of the modeling we do in Revit are lines. So after you have drawn those lines, by the time you finish it, it now becomes solid. So in the process of drawing, you need a platform, you need a flat surface to draw that particular thing you want to create. Now, for me to pick a plane, I need a plane that is exactly where I want that particular model I want to create to stay. Okay, so I am going to select that particular plane now, and looking at the planes I have here, there are a lot of planes here. This is a wall. Picking this plane is fine. Here, this is a glass. I can also pick this plane, but the most important thing is that I need a plane that is directly facing the approach view in this case. Okay, I think I can pick this plane. Let me pick this plane. Okay, and to select this plane successfully, you need this particular tool to be on, which is select element by face. You need it to be on. Okay, that was why I could select that face. Now the face is already selected. I am going to create my design now. So simply I'm going to pick rectangle and simply draw. And let's look at what I have drawn. I select this modify so that I can get out of that command. I need this to go this point a bit. Then I want this one to be somewhere here. Then I want this one to be aligned with this particular one, which is okay. So at this point, I am going to offset this one by 400 mm. So the offset will be 400 mm. Of course, I need it to be copied. So like that. The shape will be L shape. Good. So I'm going to use trim now to connect them together so that it will be okay. What I created there was an L shape. Good. Okay, so this is the depth of what I've created. I need it to be something like 1450. Then I need to select the material. So I click on that place to select the material, because by the time I render it, there is a particular way I want it to appear in my rendering. So at this point, I need to select the material I want it to be. Then I can pick any of this material and duplicate it. Then give it a name. Any name you give it doesn't matter, but you have to give it a name that you remember. L shape fissure. That is just the name I want to give it. Then after that, on the appearance, the color you want it to be, off white is fine. Then click OK and click OK. Then let's finish it. Let's finish this one also. Now let's look at it in 3D and let's orbit it. Good. Okay, you see now that it's not yet touching my wall. So what I can do now is I can go to first floor plan, move it, or I go to section and move it. Okay, so far this is where it is. So it's a question of selecting it and move it to the right place. So I'm going to move it here. We need to uncheck constraint and let's position it here and see. Okay, now from what I had before, you need to go out a little bit, so you can use that this node to stretch it. That is a good thing about extrusion. Okay, so let me view it in 3D again. Now you see that it's now okay. Okay, so that is that. Then the next one is we need the horizontal ones that were here before. So same thing, I'm going to go to approach view. Then I need to select this one and click edit in place. The reason I'm doing this is so that they can be one. They will be lumped together like a family. Okay, so I'm going to create again and select extrusion. Then I will pick plane. I can pick this particular plane. This is a wall. I think this one will be better. So I will select rectangle and simply draw a rectangle. and I can use a line to align this end. Then I go out of that command. I use dimension to make sure that this one is 400 mm. Then I press enter. I can move it up a little bit. I can use the arrow key to move it up. I think this is it. Then the material is bearing the same material with the one we did before. I can copy this to be able to create the lower one. So as it is now, it's now looking like inverted E. The shape is looking like inverted E. So I am going to move it to align with maybe somewhere here. Okay. This is fine. So I am going to finish it and see what I have. Finish this one. Let's go to elevation. Sorry, let's go to 3D. Here you have it. You see, this is exactly what we had before. Okay, so that is how to model some interesting features in Revit Architecture. I hope you have learned something today in this video. If you want to learn more on how to use Revit in your building designs, there is a link in the description of this video. You can also tap on Learn More button so that you can gain access to my Revit tutorial masterclass. All right, see you in my Revit tutorial masterclass. Bye.